Hello everyone, welcome to the ultimate horror character Hunger Games video. Usually I have like 30 or something whatever characters in this. Because it's October, because it's the spooky season, we're doing 100 players. So I'm going to go through them all. Let's go through all the names. We have Abigail, Alice, Amanda Young, Art the Clown, Ash, Audrey 2, Aunt Gladys, Babadook, Babyface Killer, Milo from Bad Milo, Beetlejuice, Brodsky from Jason X, Bruce the Shock, Calvin from Life, Candyman, Chef Slowick, The Amalgamation from Y2K, Cooper from Trap, Coraline, Emily, The Corpse Bride, Count Orlok. We have a Death Angel from the Quiet Place movies, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, Edward Scissorhands, who's a previous winner, Ellie from Evil Dead Rise, Esther from Orphan, Frankenfurter, Frank the Rabbit, Fred Durst from Y2K, yeah! Freddy Fazbear, another former winner, Freddy Krueger, Gabriel from Malignant, Ghostface, Godzilla, Hannibal Lecter, the Headless Horseman, Hard Eyes, Helen from Death Becomes Her, Ice Cream Man, Iris, Jack Delroy, Jack Skellington, Jack Torrance, Jason Voorhees, Jennifer Check, John Kramer, Johnny, Laurie Strode, Leatherface, Lee Harker, Lisa Swallows, Longlegs, Megan, Maddie from Hush, Madeline from Death Becomes Her, The Mother from Barbarian, Man of the Mask, Margot Mills from The Menu, Mark Hoffman, Michael Myers, Monstro Alyssa Sue. We have the manager from The Mousetrap, or Steamboat Willie, the public domain, whatever. Mr. Reed, Nancy Downs from The Craft, Nancy Thompson, Nina from Black Swan, Norman Bates, OJ, Otis Jr., I believe, from Nope, Patrick Bateman, Pearl, Pennywise, Pinhead, Piranha from Piranha 3D, Red, Sadako, Sam, Scoobert Doobert, Seth Brundle, Shaggy, Shorty, Smokin' Stack, Sweeney Todd, Tallahassee, The Collector, The Crooked Man, Eric Draven, The Fisherman, The Grabber, The Nun, The Predator, The Thing, The Trapper, Tiffany, The T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Victor Crowley, Wesker, the big toe creature from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, William Afton, and a Xenomorph. 100 people from the horror genre are gonna go head-to-head in this Hunger Games simulator. Let me know who you think is gonna win in the comments. We're starting things off with the bloodbath. Frankenfurter finds Sweeney Todd hiding in the cornucopia and kills him. Sweeney Todd dead early again. Ellie runs away from the cornucopia. Oh, we got a long way to go. The mother runs into the cornucopia and hides. Leatherface and Madeline fight for a bag. Leatherface gives up and retreats. Damn, okay. Mark Hoffman, Maddie, Lisa Swallows, Frank the Rabbit. They share everything they gather before running. Okay. Scooby-Doo stabs Nina in the back with the trident. The Crooked Man and T-Rex fight for a bag. T-Rex strangles the Crooked Man with the straps and runs. Freddy Krueger stabs Godzilla with the tree branch. Wesker, former winner, overpowers Smoke, killing him. John Kramer runs away with a lighter and some rope. He's going to build a trap. Monstro Alyssa Sue sets Freddy Fazbear on fire with a Molotov. Former winner, already down. Fred Durst, the Ice Cream Man, and Laurie Strode work together to get as many supplies as possible. Esther kills Calvin from Life for Calvin supplies. Count Orlok kills Shorty as Shorty tries to run. That's one of my picks already down. Margot Mills gets a sword, baby. Iris catches the Collector off guard and kills him. Alice grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Victor Crowley throws a knife into Jennifer Check's head. Nancy Thompson finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Xenomorph sets an explosive off, killing Pennywise and Stack, and Smoke, and Stack. They're already gone. Megan, Babyface Killer, Piranha, and Tallahassee form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Jason Voorhees finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Audrey 2 grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Pearl stays at the cornucopia for resources. Edward Scissorhands gathers as much food as he can. The Thing retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Pinhead steps off his podium too soon and blows up. Beetlejuice takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Ash clutches a first aid kit and runs away, pretty smart. The Predator convinces Art not to kill them, only to kill him instead. Fan favorite Art the Clown is already gone. Sadako finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Red grabs a shovel. Amanda Young, Abigail, Seth Brundle, and Candyman share everything they gathered before running. We have a dominant faction right here. Hannibal grabs a shovel. William Afton repeatedly stabs Michael Myers to death with size. Holy crap. Jack Skellington falls into a frozen lake and drowns. That sucks. Eric Draven falls into a frozen lake and drowns. That sucks. Jack Torrance stays at the cornucopia for resources. Milo shoots an arrow at the grabber, but it misses and it kills the fisherman instead. OJ takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia, Longlegs snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag, Cooper finds a canteen full of water, Patrick Bateman stabs Nancy Downs with a tree branch, Mr. Babadook runs into the cornucopia and hides, Tiffany, Bruce, Sam, and the Trapper form another suicide pact, killing themselves. What are they, some sort of suicide squad? Aunt Gladys takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. We got a lot of names here. The nun sets off an explosive, killing the Headless Horseman, the manager, a Death Angel, and Gabriel. Damn! Helen kills Chef Slowick for his supplies. Oh no. Emily stays at the cornucopia for resources. The Demogorgon gathers as much food as the Demogorgon can. Norman Bates repeatedly stabs Brodsky to death with size. Damn, he could take out Uber Jason, but he can't take out Norman Bates. The Man in the Mask stabs Johnny in the back with a trident. All my favorites are getting killed. Coraline snatches a pair of size. Ghostface decapitates Shaggy Rogers with a sword. No! We have another explosive. The Amalgamation from Y2K sets off an explosive, killing Mr. Reed, Hard Eyes, Lee Harker, and Jack Delroy. Damn. A lot of these recent horror icons have been taken out by the Amalgamation. The Big Toe Creature runs into the cornucopia and hides. Alright, now we're officially on day 1. That was just the beginning. John Kramer, Margot, and a Xenomorph get into a fight. Xenomorph triumphantly kills them both. Damn, Margot, come on. Patrick Bateman kills Wesker, former winner, with a hatchet. That's 2 former winners already down. I think Edward Scissorhands might be the only winner left standing. Beetlejuice fishes. Hell yeah. The Mother and the Man in the Mask work together to drown Amanda Young. The Thing kills Frankenfurter for their supplies. Victor Crowley overhears Frank the Rabbit and Candyman talking in the distance. Norman Bates dies of dysentery. Ghostface unknowingly eats toxic berries. Leatherface steals from the Demogorgon while the Demogorgon isn't looking. William Afton dies from an infection. Monstro Elicisu decapitates Laurie Strode with a sword. Red dies from hypothermia. Everyone's just dying by themselves. Sadako searches for firewood. Ellie sets off an explosive, killing Helen. Let's go, Ellie. The Grabber sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Maddie receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Oh, we got a big one coming right here. Seth Brundle, Audrey 2, Hannibal, and Emily track down and kill Ash. Esther discovers a river. The T-Rex kills Madeline while she is resting. Damn, both death becomes her. Girlies, they're gone. Milo sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Is that the same thing that what's-his-name did earlier? Yeah, the Grabber and Milo. Kind of same thought process. OJ searches for firewood. The Amalgamation spears the nun in the abdomen. Damn, bro, the Amalgamation is collecting bodies. Lisa Swallows picks flowers, okay. Jack Torrance, Edward Scissorhands, Longlegs, and Cooper track down and kill the Babadook. Aunt Gladys, just like Lisa Swallows, picks flowers. Count Orlok makes a wooden spear. Jason Voorhees chases Coraline. I hope she survives. Pearl hunts for the other tributes. Freddy Krueger steals from the Predator while they aren't looking. Abigail receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, probably her father. Nancy runs away from Iris. Scooby-Doo camouflages himself in the bushes, hell yeah. Fred Durst diverts Mark Hoffman's attention and runs away, yeah. Ice Cream Man sets Alice on fire with a Molotov. And the Big Toe Creature injures himself. Well, already missing a toe, I don't know what else they could have done. Alright, it's now nighttime. We're kicking things off with Ellie, who has climbed a tree, and she's resting. Good on you, queen. Audrey 2, Patrick Bateman, and Lisa Swallows get into a fight. Lisa Swallows triumphantly kills them both. Jack Torrance stabs Candyman in the back with a trident. Big Toe Creature, Man in the Mask, and Sadako cheerfully sing songs together. Imagine these 3 singing songs together. Victor Crowley, Longlegs, and Xenomorph start fighting, but Longlegs runs away as Victor Crowley kills the Xenomorph. The Mother overpowers Edward Scissorhands, killing him. We are guaranteed a new winner. OJ, Cooper, and Esther discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Leatherface receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Monstro Elicisu dies from an infection. I mean, yeah. Nancy forces the Amalgamation to kill Scooby-Doo or Seth Brundle. The Amalgamation decides to kill Seth Brundle. Scooby-Doo is still hanging in there, and also good on you, Nancy. Milo and Freddy Krueger sleep in shifts. This might be a dream duo right here. The Demogorgon is unable to convince Pearl not to kill them. Oh my god. Fred Durst receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Yeah, better set that thing off. Coraline destroys the Predator's supplies while they are asleep. Frank the Rabbit, Jason Voorhees, and Hannibal Lecter, and the Grabber, they form another suicide pact, killing themselves. Damn, this is an elite group right here, though, I can't lie. Hate to see him go. The Thing cooks food before putting the fire out, okay? Iris, Abigail, and the Ice Cream Man, they sleep in shifts. I like this duo right here. If Iris and Abigail can keep working together, I would like to see them make it to the end. Count Orlok and Mark Hoffman huddle for warmth, okay. Emily spears T-Rex in the abdomen, damn, Corpse Bride, go crazy. Maddie looks at the night sky. Beetlejuice convinces Aunt Gladys to snuggle with him. Oh my god, we're getting a lot of pairings here. The Fallen. 68 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. We have the Crooked Man, Brodsky, Johnny, Pennywise, Stack, Headless Horseman, the Manager, a Death Angel, Gabriel, Calvin, Shorty, Jennifer, Eric Draven, Shaggy, the Collector, Art, Freddy Fazbear, Mr. Reed, Hard Eyes, Lee Harker, Jack Delroy, Nancy Downs, Pinhead, Chef Slowick, Godzilla, Sweeney Todd, Megan, the Babyface Killer, Piranha, Tallahassee, Smoke, Michael, the Fisherman, Jack Skellington, Nina, Tiffany, Bruce, Sam, the Trapper, Ash, Norman Bates, Babadook, Wesker, former winner, damn, the Nun, Frankenfurter, Laurie Strode, Red, Helen, John Kramer, Margot Mills, I forgot she died, Alice, William Afton, Madeline, Amanda Young, Ghostface, Edward Scissorhands, Frank the Rabbit, Jason Voorhees, Hannibal Lecter, The Grabber, Candyman, Seth Brundle, T-Rex, Xenomorph, and the Demogorgon, and Monster Alyssa Sue, and Audrey 2, and Patrick Bateman. They're all dead. They're all gone. Say goodbye. It's day number 2. Emily forces the Thing to kill OJ or Beetlejuice. The Thing refuses to kill, so Emily kills the Thing instead. Okay, my goat Beetlejuice is hanging in there. The Thing did not have the heart to kill him. Ice Cream Man unknowingly eats toxic berries. Damn. The Amalgamation sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Iris and Jack Torrance track down and kill Lisa. No. Nancy Thompson and Esther fight Count Orlok and Big Toe Creature. Nancy and Esther survive. Girl boss, baby. Let's go. I mean, I like the Big Toe Creature and Count Orlok, but I like Nancy a bit more. Victor Crowley sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Scoobert Dubert severely injures Fred Durst, but puts him out of his misery. Damn. Leatherface searches for firewood. Pearl poisons Sadako's drink. She drinks it and dies. Man in the Mask hunts for other tributes. Maddie catches the mother off guard and kills her. Freddy Krueger diverts Ellie's attention and runs away. Coraline, Abigail, Cooper, and Aunt Gladys raid Longlegs' camp while he's hunting. Mark Hoffman bashes Milo's head against a rock several times. The Predator searches for a water source. Alright, it's night number 2, and Aunt Gladys, she's screaming for help. Iris pushes Esther off a cliff during a knife fight, oh no. Freddy kills Abigail with a hatchet. Longlegs attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Nancy spears Coraline in the abdomen. Oh my god, a lot of fan favorites are going down. The Predator and Leatherface, they sleep in shifts. Cooper and Emily run into each other and decide to truce for the night, okay. Scooby-Doo convinces Mark Hoffman to snuggle with him. OJ sets off an explosive, killing the Amalgamation, Victor Crowley, and the Man in the Mask. Pearl lets Maddie into her shelter. Ellie, Beetlejuice, and Jack Torrance discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. The Fallen. 15 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. We have Lisa Swallows, Sadako, the Ice Cream Man, The Thing, Fred Durst, yeah, Milo, Count Orlok, Big Toe Creature, The Mother, Esther, Abigail, the Amalgamation, Victor Crowley, Man in the Mask, Coraline. A lot of heavy hitters gone this round. We're probably down to about, I don't know, like 15 or a little less, maybe? I'm not sure. Day number 3, Ellie and Nancy fight Beetlejuice and Iris. Ellie and Nancy survive. Damn, these are like, this is like my core 4 right here. Iris and Beetlejuice, they have to say goodbye, but Ellie and Nancy are moving on, so I guess that's good. We have a big group down here with a lot of my favorites. I hope this goes as good as it can. Scooby-Doo, Cooper, and Leatherface unsuccessfully ambush Maddie, Freddy Krueger, and Jack Torrance, who kill them instead. Alright, so Freddy is hanging in there. Cooper and Scooby-Doo are not anymore. Aunt Gladys decapitates Mark Hoffman with a sword. OJ tracks down and kills Pearl. Longlegs receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Emily fishes. Predator tries to spearfish with a trident. Okay, so we got 2 people fishing, a lot of people dying. It's now nighttime once again. Predator, Ellie, Nancy, and Maddie form a suicide. Now, wild, the suicide. Ellie and Nancy are gone. Emily accidentally steps on a landmine. Oh my god. OJ thinks about home. Longlegs and Freddy Krueger run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Aunt Gladys severely slices Jack Torrance with a sword. Okay, whoa. Doesn't say he's dead, though. The Fallen, 13 cannon shots. Pearl has died. Beetlejuice, Iris, Mark Hoffman, Scooby-Doo, Cooper, Leatherface, the Predator, Ellie, Nancy, Maddie, and Jack Torrance severely sliced. He's dead. And Emily. Alright, it's time for the feast. This is where some shit usually goes down. Longlegs sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family. Aunt Gladys, OJ, and Freddy Krueger get into a fight. Freddy Krueger triumphantly kills them both. That means we have our final two. Longlegs versus Freddy Krueger. Who is going to come out of the Ultimate Horror Hunger Games the winner? Proceed. Day 4. Longlegs attempts to climb a tree but falls on Freddy Krueger, killing them both. What? Proceed. The Fallen, Aunt Gladys, OJ, Longlegs, and Freddy. So what happens? The games have ended. There are no survivors. We don't have a winner for the Ultimate Horror Hunger Games.
Too many suicide packs, I swear.
There's so much suicide. Xenomorph got 4 kills. Wesker didn't do well. The Nun got some kills. None of these bozos did anything.
Eric Traven got none.
Goopy got a couple of kills. Pearl, Patrick, OJ. Nancy was a killing machine. Nancy probably did most of the work. Maddie was girl bossing around. Not too... Jack got 6 kills. Iris got a few. Fred Durst... Damn, Freddy got 7. Fred Durst got none. Yeah. Ellie got a few. Yeah. Damn. Amalgamation got 6. Probably the underdog here. Aunt Gladys got a couple. Damn, well... I mean, is it like a 4-way tie between, like... Oh, no, I guess it's a tie between Freddy and Longlegs, if we want to do it like that. I don't know. What do we do in this situation?
Coin toss.
Alright, well, we're going to call an audible here. Longlegs fell out of a tree, I believe, and killed Freddy Krueger and himself, or other way around. So we're going to flip a coin. Heads will be for Freddy, because Freddy... Longlegs will be tails, as in whatever, I guess, because the tail would be closest to the legs. Alright, heads Freddy, tails Longlegs. And it's tails, so by way of coin flip, Longlegs is your winner of the Ultimate Horror Hunger Games. But really a big mess of a finale. Thank you for watching, I guess. Hey, Freddy is cool. He made it to the final 2. Longlegs is like a more recent horror icon. I don't... This is weird. This is really weird. Let me know in the comments if I should run it back and do the Ultimate Horror Hunger Games 2. I might keep all the same people in it. Maybe shuffle a few around. People that didn't really perform all that well. Get them out. Replace them with some fresh meat. But thank you for watching. Let me know anything in the comments at this point. I don't know. Goodbye.